And we are live.
Hi. Hi. I get shy.
How y'all doing?
Yeah.
So, how we feeling today? What's going on? What's the vibes?
I'm feeling good. Feeling great. Get to be here with beautiful people, lovely people. So get to talk about an exciting film project today.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
giving. Mm-hmm. It's giving gem. That's what
It's
it
Yes.
is.
giving. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we recently just released our short film called Jinn,
Mm-hmm.
inspired by Genesis from the Bible, King James Version, chapter 1 and 2. And it was the concept came from the lovely Aisha, directed, you know what I'm saying, put the idea. So let's start from there. Like tell us like how did this project all come together?
Okay. So this project all started when we were like all planning about like, hey, we want to do some exciting things for the summertime. We all have like different projects. What do you want to work on? And I was like, y'all want me to work on something because you know I'd rather just act. But I was like asking for ideas, and my sister Katura came to me and she was like, you know what, like. She's like, I respect the chosen and shows like that and things like that of the Bible, but I want to see more black people in it because we was in there. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you're right. And so from there, I presented it to y'all about like, hey, like, can we do something like this? And then y'all was like, heck yeah. And so we worked on each other's projects, and then I was like, is Jen it? And that's how the idea got into IJT, and then it blossomed with what it's doing right now. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
So let's talk about who is part of Jen, right? Like who is in the cast and the voiceovers and all that. So how did you select and pick the people that you decided to fit the vision that you have?
Okay, I'm glad you asked because we do Singleville. You know what I'm saying? And, I really feel like Singleville is a low key like I think we stick in IJT. We stick with the people that we work with very well. It kind of gives off living color. You know what I'm saying? I would love to do like projects with them all the time. But so in Singleville, I saw Gabriel as Adam. As Aaliyah would say it, she was the female voiceover for Jen, and then Major was the male voiceover as well, and then Gabriel Brooks was playing Adam, and then we had Melissa, who why am I drawing a blank at Melissa's last name? Why am I doing that?
Braxton.
Her
Braxton.
name? Braxton, Melissa Braxton, right? Melissa Braxton's playing Eve. And so I saw the chemistry on set because we did a lot of directing in the background, and they hit it off. So I was like, okay, I definitely could see Adam and I could see Eve with these two because they everybody has great chemistry on Singleville. I don't care nobody say, like, you put anybody in a room, it's just great. And so with these two, I feel like they complement each other well, and it got popping right there for the cast, but the crew, like we have Jay Mills like picked out the whole space. Like from there, that's our location design director. Like Jay Mills is like, listen, we gonna use this space. I'm gonna do my move, my video, on my shoot, and then y'all can do the rest with y'all's. And then 12 directs, and he's like, nah, we gonna get everything. I'm driving, I'm pulling up. We got lights, camera, action. 12 is literally like a walking.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. All right.
Yeah, he's literally a portable like studio himself. So he brought all that stuff over. Jimo had the lights and things like that. And we're doing this all on the phone. All on the phone. And so it was lit to do that. So I was excited.
Yeah. So Jazz, take it away. Like talk to
So,
us about
like, my
the
son is in the comments using my YouTube. Like, okay,
shout out to Makai. He gonna make his way in the video
no, no,
some.
no. Hi. Hi, Makai. Thank you. We appreciate the love, Makai.
So
Um,
so Jazz,
yeah.
you I'm gonna say you were the X factor for this project, right? You
Okay.
know, like Aisha said, like doing the production, location, assisting with with the script, the cast, things like that. But you added a whole nother layer to the project with the visual component. So
Hmm.
talk to us about how did you get the visuals with the nature and the voiceover together? How did you put that all together?
Well, with we work so well together, so shout out to us, IJT. It was great with each directing and just letting me know exactly what she wanted. So that was real easy. You said, I want this here, I want this here. And I think it's great when you set up the foundation and then you also have the vision and you're able to communicate that and share with others. And plus, Ish and I do Bible studies and we do study the Bible. So we also connect through that way as well. Just connecting God's vision and what do we see through the scriptures, and what was it like before we created all these buildings and all this land. It was God's land. It was the land that he gave to us, so there was no buildings. It was fruits, it was life, it was trees. You could see the stars, the heavens so clearly. But we just wanted to bring that back, what it was like during that time, with a taste of newly modernness. So we're able to combine that, so that's what helped with the vision.
Yeah. And I think that to me, I feel like that really brought it to life
Yeah,
because like you said, it takes a team and I think, when we rapped, I was like, man, we didn't get a lot of nature stuff. So that component, the introduction to the video with the sun and the grass and the animals, like that really brought it to life. So I think everybody played a significant role in cooking this dish up.
Time,
So
time out. I know you're not gonna go past the music. Like y'all ain't do nothing with that. Like we ain't hear no instrumentals from both of y'all. Like y'all going
oh,
act like that? Like we just gonna let that go? We ain't gonna let that soundtrack come through? Like
but again, it all goes back to the director's vision
yeah,
because that was your call. That
yeah,
was your
that wasn't our call. We was just la 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 la. You was
right,
like, this is what I want, this is the sound I want.
right.
And you chose Galaxy because you're like, listen, we're gonna explore God's earth more, we're gonna showcase that more in here. So yeah.
And I think both of those songs, instrumentals, I think they definitely fit in the scene. Like it gave like with the slow motion with Eve and then Jazz's song going and starting where Adam is like he sees Eve for the first time and he's like I feel like that's what the sound probably was in Adam's head, like when he seen Eve for the first time. So yeah, so it was again I think respecting the vision and all being obedient to you know the process of like I said staying true to Aisha's vision because you had it written down literally to a T, like you had everything like this is what I want, even when we were shooting you could even hear in the group but it's like it's like you was making sure like everybody was on point. So yeah, so it was a fun project. Like I think it was nice and short. It was fun. We knocked it out in a day, but it was more or less the editing and the post what really brought it to life.
Hmm.
So yeah. So with that said, do y'all want to get into it? Do y'all want to play it? And yeah, let's play Jen. You know, those who have not seen Jen, y'all need to watch Jen before I smack you. And
The smacky part
I
before
can't.
you.
But yeah, but no, for real. I think this is one of my favorite projects from us. Just a side note, just how everything came together and everything. I'm looking forward to hopefully continuing the series and doing some more biblical stories from IJT Productions. But we're gonna pray on it. We're gonna see. But yeah, let's get into Jen. Let me do that. Okay. Boom.
IJT Productions. Let there be light.
Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters.
Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear. Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb that yields seed, and the fruit tree that yields fruit to its kind, whose seed is in itself
That fruit
on
look
the
good.
earth.
Let there be light in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from night, and let them be for signs and seasons, and for days and years. And let them be for light in the firmament of the heavens to give light on earth.
Let the waters abound with an abundance of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the face of the firmament of the heavens. Be fruitful and multiply on the earth.
Let the earth bring forth the living creature according to its kind, cattle and creeping thing and beast of the earth, each according to its kind. Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle all over the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on earth.
Don't go chasing unicorns. No.
Man, to help me with that.
And I'm gonna just pause for a second. So all that visual that y'all just seen, can we just acknowledge Jazz for all of that? Like, can we just?
Oh, no, I need to think.
No, like, well, like, talk about that. Like, talk about, because a lot of people, some people are against AI, some people don't understand it, but like, talk about that element of AI and how you was able to utilize AI to get the visuals that you were looking to put into the, into the short film.
Yes. So, sometimes, as a up and coming production company or a filmmaker, we don't have all the resources, right, that we want to have, where we could just go out and film exotic places and have the camera for it, and like, okay, let's fly the camera over here and have a drone. And so I think what's really cool about AI is that it gives us access to many different elements for us to capture the vision that we want to have in the film. And AI is so good because you could put in prompts that you want to use. I know that Canva already like creates, different videos, and then like Chat GPT or Leonardo AI, or Midjourney, like they all have different things that you could actually like input, and it generates all that stuff for you to use. And then you're able to, like, let's just say if you want to move the video, you could command it to move for like 6 seconds or 7 seconds. So yeah, it's beautiful. I love it because as an up and coming, filmmaker, for us, we're able to use that to our advantage, and also be able to learn from that, so that one day we could be able to do those things on our own as well.
No, that's beautiful. I really think that was, like, honestly, like I said, I feel like that was like the missing ingredient as far as like really tying the visual, because like you said, we couldn't like film lions and fish and stuff like that.
Right, we couldn't do
You know?
it, you know.
But this is an IJT production, so we gonna make a way, right?
Yeah.
If we don't do nothing else, we gonna make a way. So bringing the AI element into it actually really was I would say, a blessing in disguise, because it really captured the full scripture of Genesis 1 and 2. The creation element, the earth and the moon and all that good stuff. So that really, really helped. So yeah, shout out to you, Jazz.
Yes.
Shout out to you for that. All right, let's keep going.
And I forgot Malik Tan.
Malik,
I didn't know he was in the
Yeah.
yeah,
Hand of God, yeah.
and that shot there, I think that was kind of like impromptu. That wasn't.
Yeah.
It was kind of like we just was like, oh, we need God's hand. It was like, oh, Malik.
He was sitting right there, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. So that it just he was just there at the right time and his hand just worked out. I think we did that in one take. It wasn't even
Wow, that's amazing. That is awesome. Shout out to Malik.
that was definitely the one take for sure. For sure.
And it's
Go Eve.
Okay.
Baxter, come on.
I love this part right here. This part.
Yeah.
Knowing the moving, woman. God gave me a woman.
April does my sleep in real life. I love the galaxy. We're all coming together.
This is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She should be called a woman because she came out of man.
Never.
Okay, great, girl. Okay.
Yeah, we really did this, y'all. We really did this, y'all. Like, low key. Like, we really did this.
Gave it slowly rise up.
Like, damn.
Please do it again. I don't on one take with it, just like that, and another take. Let me see how it looks. Just like from the side. Yeah, you don't even have to touch it. You can just caress. God got a nice hand. Do that thing again. Nice hand. Yeah.
I'm sorry. No, I just want to practice so I know.
Practice the red light.
Yeah, just a red light so I know how it hits me. Real quick.
It's not bright.
1, 2, 3.
The wrong way.
Enamored.
Smile.
Okay. And then he's checking out the flesh. He's like, what he see? I don't know if you want to do a twirl. That might be too. That might not be not real. No, don't do that.
Okay. Don't do
look
the
at me, Tommy. Okay. Make sure you get his whole head because you know it's kind of big. And then from there. Uh-oh. Gabriel has also been in the gym, so he don't know how to act.
All right.
So filter with the camera.
And that is a wrap.
Very good.
Yes, we did that.
That was awesome.
IJT Productions.
We should be proud.
Yeah.
And you know, another element to this project is that we shot this on an iPhone.
We sure did.
Let's talk about that.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
I was on the iPhone. It wasn't, you know, we didn't do like any fancy cameras. We just had a space.
Mhm.
We used lights. We used, you know, our phones, things like that. And yeah, we put it together. And then the voiceovers, we recorded that separately. So it was a process because we did the voiceovers and knocked that out. So shout out to Mark Major. Shout out to him for doing his part. Shout out to Leah. We did that. And then we got the footage of Adam and Eve in the peer space in Brooklyn.
Yep.
Shout out to that peer space.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we actually got some more stuff coming from that same.
Sure
peer
do.
space. So,
We
yeah,
had to request for more time too. I was like, please give us more time.
yes. So Aisha, director's debut.
Woo.
What was your biggest lesson that you learned with producing Jen, the short film?
My biggest lesson that I learned with producing or directing, I would just say it's what is it? I would say from here it's relying on teams. Like I didn't know how it was gonna come out. Like Jasmine, like we all disclosed we didn't have enough resources, so I'm like nervous about it. I mean, I touched a little bit about like camera woman versus director, like 12 and I butt heads on that all the time. So I'm just like,
You a director? I'll be telling you.
we've been saying that's the single bill, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't see it, but now I see that it's to it. So I would say definitely relying on teams for this. Like, yeah, there is a director, but you definitely like all hands on deck for this, and it came out beautifully. I was just at the end of the day, what I was really praying for, I was like, Lord, do you like this? Because I like it, but I wouldn't know if you like it. So, and then just the things that as it came along, like it was hot. So yeah, I would say team is definitely a part of this. So, yeah.
Okay. No, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have something for y'all though, because I'm like, okay, as Jen is happening, we're doing the AIs, we're doing all the sounds, and y'all saying music, but y'all not saying like who did what, like with the songs that I have, like y'all not saying the titles, y'all not saying your albums, and I feel some type of way about that. Like, can we talk about that y'all are artists, that y'all do sing, that y'all do rap, like that y'all do write? Like, can we do that real quick or nah?
For sure. So, you know, I'm Jody. No, all right. So, no, that's the thing. That's the thing with IJT. Like, we're multi-talented.
Mm-hmm.
You got acting, you got music, you got directing, you got producing, you got anything creative. IJT. So, some of you may or may not know, I used to be 1228, but now I go by my actual name, Desmond Javon. And the instrumental that was featured on Eve's scene of her being created was a song that I made called Bring Life to Me. And that song is featuring Sade. She's from San Antonio, and we've been collaborating for some years. So that song is something that I felt the instrumental, I agree with Aisha that it fit the mood. It got that like, it's like laid back, it's calm, it's like chill. So yeah, so I think that definitely fit. Take it away, Josh.
Well, first off, I want to say that I was very honored that you chose my song because you didn't have to. You know, I wasn't even expecting it. You know, so thank you very much for actually giving me a chance to showcase what I love to do. I love creating music. So I want to start a songwriting and music production company, like writing and producing for other artists or filmmakers or directors like yourself. So this was truly an amazing and first time experience. So thank you on that. But for the song that was featured when Adam looked at Eve, it was a song, Do You Remember? And it just talks about a man and a woman just having their first love. Do you remember when we had our first kiss? And, so I really thought it went well because that's the first time Adam is seeing, and they're going to look back on that and remember the way that they became united in one flesh. So, yeah. So thank you for giving me that opportunity.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Thank
y'all.
you.
Because I'm like, also too, like for the people who want more, like that was instrumentals, y'all, and it was fire. So imagine the words with it. Like, where can they get y'all info and like the music?
Yeah, so you could type in Desmond Javon on all your streaming platforms, and that song "Bring Life to Me" is, like I said, featuring Sade. She is on another song on that album, which is "I Choose Me" album I put out in December 2024, day before my birthday. So that's available. It's on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff.
Nice. So, Do You Remember was written by me, produced by me and my uncle. And you can find my song at Akira Lume. That is my songwriting name. That's my songwriting business. Yes, Akira Lume, Akira space Lumi. And the song is called Do You Remember? Question mark.
Right. No, it's beautiful.
Well, I have one more question if I could
Take
ask
it.
Ish, like what does this film mean to you personally?
Ooh, personally. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm a fan of like love, y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, I gave it away. So I always said if I could just be a ladybug on a plant just to see how Adam looked at Eve, because I know what that looks like experiencing love when when a man is in love or when a woman's in love, especially when you're the one who like shows up in a room and your man looks at you in a way where it's like loving and attract. It's not lusty. It's like no, he's happy to see you see all his dimples and he don't even have dimples. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all the things. So seeing that, I'm always enamored. Like you could tell when somebody is in love. So I always just wanted to see just the first. They were the first ones. I just always wanted to see what that looked like. So in my head, that was the closest as possible. But so also that's one part. That's the selfish part. But the other part is like more selfless. Is like with God, it's like I want to do projects that like he will be pleased with. So I hope he was pleased with it as well as I was. So I'm like everything that we touch could always be a blessing to others. So I'm like, if you ever want to get a glimpse of like someone loves you or is attracted to you, I hope that gives the clue right there for people. So I just want that. That's what it means to me. It's just amazing to see people who are particularly, especially for me, just men and women who are in love with each other, just and healthy. Because like in our culture right now, our climate, it's like seem like men and women are just like, and it's like y'all chill, like because there was something there the first time they just saw each other. So try to work on that. But yeah, that's all I have.
Love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, love it. Well, shout out to you again. I always know Isha as acting because you acted in many different films. I have seen many different projects you was a part of, and you did amazing. So how did that translate into directing?
I think for some reason it was a little easier. It's easy to be the person like you're in front of the camera, so someone's like telling you what to do, and you're like hope they nailed it. But to have that experience and like you see actors act it out, it's like I've been in your shoes. I can only imagine that. And then like having like a human services like background, like got my MSW or whatever in social work, but never got the L, so they're gonna throw shade. But other than that, and like working with people I've worked with many different populations, so you can see how people show up. And you're like, growing up in the hood, you're definitely going to be exposed to a lot of characters and things like that. So when you see like emotion and things like that shown out, like you could give those directions, and then like make it imaginable. Like, yo, this is how it has to show. Like, so sometimes you give people scenarios like, look at, like Gabriel already and Melissa already got the va boom. They already got that like. So it's just like, yo, look at them like, don't look at them like lusty. Just look at them like, it's easy to work with. So I think from there that transition is good. It's good when you also can just do one. I feel like if you do both at the same time, for me, it can be a little overwhelming. But if you could do one, you can definitely show the other.
Tell us about it.
No, y'all know with Singleville, like we were one band, one sound.
Right.
We have multiple roles, so
Mhm.
like, we're gonna do one and leave it the rest for the cast. Let's do it. So
But
that was smooth.
not to cut you off, I apologize, but I just wanted to add that that's what helped me. That's how I got the vision for you to be a director, because when you were helping me get through my scenes and like holding it down, I'm like, yo, nah, you a director. Like this you right here. You definitely have the gift, and it's natural. And I know you, like you said, we always kind of had our little thing about it, but like even when we did season 1 of Singleville, and I'm looking at the footage and I'm editing the footage, I hear you all the time. Hey, you stand here. Hey, you do this. All right, no, next time. So it's just natural. It was just one of those things that you have that vision, you have that eye, and you just have a way with people to see something and be able to communicate it. So you have that gift. It is natural. So I feel like it's been blossoming. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely been blossoming. Like the seed has been planted since Singleville season 1, but then like once you started getting more hands-on and like helping me get my scenes, because it was times when I was trying to set the camera up and catch the shot and stuff like that. So when you and we go back and forth, we both DP and direct, but this time it was like, no, I got the phone. Tell me where to go. And I think it definitely was like a Shaq and Kobe kind of thing, to where we worked well, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen kind of thing, where it's like we teamed up. And then Jasmine, she was Dennis Rodman, like getting the rebounds. She like, you know what I'm saying? So and again, that's what you need in a team, you know. It's not about egos, it's not about big eyes and little U's. It's just more or less like sometimes, and even for myself, I'm like, no, I'll move out the way. Like this is this is where you are strong at. I love to write. I love to like set the camera up. I love the lighting. I love the scene and things like that, getting emotion. But you was doing this since season 1 and you didn't even realize it. Like you know.
Still don't realize it. But now I'm like, okay, I can see a little bit. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom. I appreciate it.
Great job, Ish.
Thanks,
Yeah.
babe. And you know what?
Truly, yes. Thank you.
One more thing, like, can I tell y'all, people who are great listeners, like, and great communicators, because I don't feel like I'm like the greatest communicator, but I feel like I've known 12 and known Jasmine for so long. I feel like we have nonverbal communications. Like even when we improv, it still hits. Like there's a scene in Singleville, I hit Jasmine. I wasn't supposed to, but Jasmine was like, took it like a champ, like, ow, it was great. So we've been in like real life, like working with each other and communicating. I just almost feel like sometimes they don't even have to say things. I'm like, nah, that wouldn't bang with them. Like it's just having a relationship to be like as business partners and like on the camera and off the camera, it really helps. So communication and great listeners they are. So thank y'all so much. God bless you. That's a big gift. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, but you know that's also the thing too with when we're filming, specifically me and you, Aisha, our nonverbal communication, we play too much.
All day.
So I can't stay serious with Aisha's on set, because I'm even with Jazz too sometimes. Like even when we were doing like Rome and Janae scenes, it was so hard to stay in character and stay professional, because it's just like, because we actually hang out, we talk to each other, we do meetings, we actually spend time together. So it's just kind of like sometimes it's hard to like, okay, this is a character versus this is Jasmine, this is a character versus this is Aisha. So like we'll just look at each other, and in a certain look, I'm like trying to keep it together because it's like I'm about to bust out laughing. So, but that's the beauty of editing, because with editing, that's the stuff that people don't see. They don't see the takes of us laughing. They don't see the takes of us breaking character. They don't see that. Now, we did put that in the end of Gen just to give a little glimpse of it, but a lot of our sets are like that. When we're filming, we having the time, you know. And but we get our work done. We get our work done, but the environment is so fun, or we would literally be in between conversations about something like, oh, so Chris Brown album came out, blah 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 blah. All right, action, and then we'll go right into the thing, and then we'll cut, and then it's like we'll start. All right, so what we gonna eat after this? So, all right, what we going, like, we really have a family affair when we're filming. It's not like it's work, but it doesn't always feel like work. Like sometimes the long days, the long hours is a thing, and traveling and trying to get everybody on point. But like once we there, we got a little food in our stomach. we get our work done. So I know sometimes we have to do our Dunkin' Donuts stops to get the coffee and stuff.
Jasmine is one of those ones. She needs ice. Quite honestly, yes. And she has the best ad libs. Like there's this thing called that right. Not good. It's not good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but special shout out one more time to Mark, Major, to Aaliyah, to Gabriel, to Melissa, to Malik, and yes, shout out to them for participating. And I just love that we have that base from Singleville. I love that we have a contact and a network of people that we can call on when we have ideas. Because anytime I write something or come with something, it's us, it's family. Like, and even, the new pieces that we add and things like that, I just feel like we're blessed to get good people, and the chemistry is always, everybody gels every time, whether we're doing skits, whether we're doing like something scripted, whether we're doing short film episodes, people just hit it off. And I think, to go back to what you were saying, Aisha, I think we set that foundation as us three, us having our chemistry and having our bond and our business and our endeavor for this long. I think that sets the tone for the set. Because I think if we're not on the same page and we're not creating the space of like, this is family, then it will feel like it wouldn't feel like a positive place and environment to work. So yeah. So shout out to us for setting that tone as well.
Yay.
Yes. So we've been on here for a little bit. So to wrap things up, what do we got next? What are y'all feeling is our next thing that we should unleash to the people as far as projects? I know we got some skits in the vault. I know we got another series in the vault. I know we got some music videos in the vault. So what are y'all feeling?
I'm looking at the person talking because I know you had something coming up with the, like you had a Sierra title, but it's nothing like what she talking about. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm not going to reveal just yet because it is still because we have some other background work that we doing too. We trying to get some grants. We trying to do some things. So I don't want to jump the gun yet, but I do have a series that we did start filming. However, we have a short film that is kind of piggybacking off of that. So depending on how that all goes, as far as production and everything like that, we're going to put that on hold. But yes, we do have some projects. But what I can reveal is we do have some skits that we did film. Okay. And some really funny skits. Y'all know IJT. We got some skits, and we got some different faces as well. We have some people that y'all know from Singleville, and we have a couple new people that we worked with. So we're looking forward to unleashing that. But somebody got some music videos that we filmed over the summer. Take it away, Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're talking about that. Okay, I was going to bring up the idea that I wanted for us to do, which is the 25-second podcast.
Take it away.
Huh?
Take it away.
The 25-second podcast. It's an idea, and hopefully it will be fun, exciting, not too many words, but we'll get the point across. I don't know if it's going to be 25 5-second podcast or a 30-second podcast, one of those two. But we're gonna figure that out. But I do have some music videos coming out soon. That I'm going to be working on as I'm working on Akira's Lume songwriting business. So I'm hoping that these videos would bring life to the song and that somebody would like it, like a famous person, and they will want to sing it. So that's my goal. So yeah, that will be coming out soon. To
Very,
be
very soon.
announced.
Yes. And what do we? I know we talked about doing some traveling, some IJT traveling this summer.
Oh, Thomas told all the tea. Oh,
So
yeah.
no, I just just to have some fun. Like, what are some places that y'all are interested in visiting or potentially filming some content?
Well, y'all already know where I want to go, but y'all don't like where I want to go. So,
Tell the people where you try to go, Jess.
Exactly. Leave with that.
Okay, I want to see the Northern Lights. Okay, I seen the solar eclipse, and I got a chance to see God's glory. Like when you get the chance to see God's creation, you're gonna want to see more, and I want to see more of God's creation. So I'm all about seeing God's creation. I love God's creation, so I'm into that. So I try to take 12 of each with me, but they like no. So, but I do want to see the Northern Lights. And we can see that, in Canada, Alaska. I do want to see the ice chips.
That's the part. Okay. I like God's creation too. Okay. But Jasmine always wants to go in the coldest places where there's no civilization. And like I'm not there. Like,
Yeah, the way my Florida life is set up, where it's warm over here, it's tough to leave Florida to go somewhere cold. It's tough. So
it has to be warm.
It got to be
warm.
Even if we go to Canada and see the Northern Lights, maybe it's a little bit warmer. Oh, I'm sorry.
I could make Canada shake. I could make Canada shake.
Okay, so maybe that's something that we could do this year. We can go to Canada, have a road trip, and see the Northern Lights in Canada.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay.
What about you, Aisha? What any places you wanna?
Any places I want to go?
Mm-hmm.
I always want to go somewhere. The wallet is like but it's just all the things. I think this year though I get to go to 2 places. And I think God willing in June it will be Hawaii.
Nice.
And August is gonna be just like my birthday, just as a celebration, like ATL is just gonna be. I've always been in Atlanta a bunch of times, but it's like nothing fancy. But just to get to move somewhere is cool. But anywhere we go, like if we road trip, it don't take much to do a road trip for me. Like if we go to Vermont to eat like waffles or like maple syrup or go to Ben and Jerry's, like I'm down with that too. So
okay,
I like Ben and Jerry's because they got some vegan ice cream too.
Yeah.
They show us love. Shout out to the vegans out there.
And anything with a beach, like beach sand, toes, like yeah, I'm out there.
Where? So I want y'all to come down to Florida.
Okay.
I need y'all to hit. We need to hit Tampa. IJT needs to hit up Tampa.
Okay.
We need to go to Siesta Key.
Okay.
We need to go to Clearwater Beach.
All right.
We need to hit the town in Ybor City. You feel what I'm saying? Because we did Orlando already. We didn't get to do Disney because it was raining, but we tried Orlando. So now we gotta do Tampa for the one time.
Okay.
Got it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
When we trying to do this?
So yeah, this was a great stream. Listen, I'm gonna have my people get in touch with Jasmine's people, and then Jasmine's people are gonna get in touch with Aisha's people, and then see what's on the IJT business account, and then we go from there.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yes. So any closing thoughts, anything that y'all want to leave the people with before we wrap this up, and good night to everyone?
I would just say like, subscribe to IJT Productions on YouTube, on Twitter, or on Facebook, or on IG. I said
that thing we
YouTube as well. Like that's the main place. Share
Yes.
Jen as well to your
Share
people.
that.
7 minutes, like for real.
Awesome.
And then when you're done with that, check out Singleville. Let us know what you think. And
Well, I just peeped something.
What you think?
So we covered Gen 1 and 2, and that was the first 7 days of creation. And then Gen is 7 minutes.
Oh.
That's also
I didn't peep that. I didn't even peep that.
Love that.
Yes. So yes, I agree. Please share that video with everyone. Again, if y'all really like that and y'all want to see more of that kind of content of biblical stories and reenacted, we would love to put that in production and bring that to y'all. So we set in the tone with Jen. I got some ideas personally. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yes. So we want to just say thank you for watching this. The people that watch live.
Yes, thank you so much.
We appreciate y'all. And until next time, y'all have a great night. It's IJT Productions.
Yes. Love you guys. Thank you for your support.
Ain't that right?